Alright, and good day, North Texas. I'm Joshua Wisel here in the Weather 225 Storm Studios, taking a look at this edition of Storm Watch. Tomorrow is going to be a severe weather alert day, and what we mean by that is you're going to want to stay tuned to the forecast and have ways to receive warnings tomorrow. We do have an enhanced risk for severe weather that does include the DFW Metroplex and areas along and east of the I-35 corridor into our eastern counties. So this will be in place tomorrow. This is one of those setups. We don't want to overhype this. We don't want to create fear or anything like that, but it's just that time of year when people aren't really paying attention to severe weather because it's the fall. There's many people who may think that we don't get severe weather in fall. Unfortunately, we do, and this is one of those setups that you need to be paying attention because it is a fairly enhanced severe weather risk for tomorrow. And if we get any sort of isolated, discrete cells going, they could be strong to severe with potentially some higher end severe weather risks. So here's a look at that risk that we have in place, pretty much splitting our entire coverage area down the middle. So I-35 into the east is under this enhanced risk for tomorrow. We don't want to get too into the specifics because we know people don't really know how to interpret these risks, but I do want to show you this is the tornado risk for tomorrow. Typically with any of our regular severe weather setups, you can get these 2 and 5% risks from the Storm Prediction Center, but there is an enhanced risk for tornadoes just along and east of I-35, and we're not showing you this to create any fear or anything like that. We just want to show you just how concerning the risk is for tomorrow. Now not everyone's going to see tornadoes, but if we got any sort of discrete supercell developing by itself ahead of the storms, we would have to be watching that very carefully, especially in this area. And we do want to highlight here, there is the potential for maybe a strong tornado or two according to the Storm Prediction Center. There's also a fairly good chance for hail across the region. We'll be watching. There could be a risk for 1.75 inch to maybe 2 inches in diameter. And then we have an enhanced area for severe winds 60 to 75 miles an hour. So there are quite a few risks involved with tomorrow's setup. But we're going to move on to our Futurecast radar product. This is 11 a.m. tomorrow. Possibly some convective showers here in the morning. These aren't going to be anything of concern. These would be just isolated in nature, light shower activity. Not everyone's going to see these, but they may be around during the morning hours. And then as we head into the afternoon, some of these showers build up into these isolated cells. Now this is going to be ahead of the front, and that's what we're going to have to be watching. And take a look at just how quickly these cells fire up. We're already seeing some cores. Now taken to consideration, this is not going to be 100% accurate with location. So when you see these little supercells firing up on the model, it's not going to be 100% over the area that you see. So because we have these prefrontal supercells kind of popping up with this model and a few others, that's concern for tomorrow, because that would mean isolated cells with large hail and potentially a tornado risk with those. And then as those push off to the east during the afternoon, pretty much across the coverage area and to the east where that risk would remain, they start to try and form into a line, but these will be still kind of just a broken line of supercells before we get this linear line of showers and storms. This would pose mainly a damaging wind risk and maybe an embedded tornado risk, but primarily once we get a line of storms, it turns more from the all types of severe weather just to about a damaging wind and embedded tornado threat. Then we'll get this line of storms. It moves through the area during the late afternoon into the evening based off of this model, and then pretty much pushes out of the area by around 9 or 10 o'clock with this model in particular. So that's a look at our Futurecast radar there. But still, tomorrow you're going to want to stay weather alert, just because, like we said, any prefrontal supercells, especially if this system moves a little bit slower into the area and we get that daytime heating to fuel these up, that would be concerned for large hail, damaging winds, and maybe a tornado or two. So, and like we said, take it from someone who grew up with storm anxiety. We know that these words They can be scary, especially when you have a risk like this. We're only telling you this because we want you to know that there is a risk tomorrow, and the very best thing you can do is prepare. The more you prepare, the less scary it is, the less concern it is. As long as you're aware of the forecast, you're going to be fine. Make sure that you have ways to receive warnings like our free mobile app. And also, we have a special button with our app. I'll go to that real quick. We have a special button with our app called DFW Severe HQ, and that is where all of our severe weather information is condensed into one area. So you just tap on that, you get the risks for tomorrow, you get the risks for today, you get the Futurecast radar, you get severe weather safety tips. It's very helpful, and we have live interactive maps, access to our live weather channel. There's a million things on there. Best part, there's no pop-up ads. You don't need to sign up for anything, register for anything, nothing like that. Just a free app, no strings attached. So we're on Google Play and the App Store for Apple, and we are also on Amazon Fire TV. So make sure that you download those today. Make sure you have a plan for tomorrow, just because there is a pretty good severe weather threat across the area tomorrow that we want you to be aware of. Again, we're not trying to hype this up reviews. There is a pretty substantial threat in place. We'll get through it. It's not the most significant risk that we've seen in North Texas ever, but we just want to let you know so that you're aware and that you're ready and have a plan in place, just so you know that there's a threat for storms tomorrow. And it also will just help with any sort of storm related anxiety the more you prepare and are aware of a threat. So stay tuned with us. We'll have more updates. We may even do a live update here later on today if necessary, or if anything changes, just to let you know what to expect. Other than that, hope you have a great day. Make sure you download those free apps today, and make sure also, if you have leaks in the roof of your home or commercial building, if you have just an old roof that needs to be replaced, or just repairs in general, that you call our friends at MyPro Construction and Roofing today, one of DFW's Platinum Preferred Roofers. And make sure that you refer Weather 225 when you give them a call. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you have a great day. Stay tuned for the latest. Whether it's sunny, stormy, or snowy in North Texas, be sure to download our free Weather 225 mobile app.